Okay.
Okay, so welcome back to my channel. This is the long-awaited makeup tutorial, the real one, not the fake one. So I will be letting you know where I got it, around how much it was, and you've already seen the video of why I use it. So let's get started. You're always going to want to start with a primer. I'm going to be using the Stay Matte primer just because it's one of my favorites. And what you're going to do, I normally put it on my finger before I put it on my face, but you're just going to get like a little pea size. And then you're going to put it, I'm not even looking at the camera, you're going to put it basically in your T-zone. Just because my T-zone is where I get most oily. And just rub it in. I'm just going to jump right into foundation. And the foundation that I use is the Milani Conceal and Perfect, and it's a foundation stick. I also have this foundation in like a liquid formula, but I don't like it as much, so I'm just going to use this stick foundation. I'm in the color 230, which is light beige. And I'm just going to put it basically everywhere. On your forehead, my nose, my chin. I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend this all out. And normally I'll pat it, but I'm just going to drag it around just because it blends easy that way. So I'm going to do that and be right back. Okay, now that that's all blended out, you don't want to forget to blend down your neck, because if you don't, you're going to see the line between your foundation color and your neck color. So just make sure that you blend it down a little bit. And just make sure that it's blended together. Next, you're going to do concealer. I use the Revlon Color Stay Concealer, and I'm in 02 Light. And basically what I do with this is I put it up under my eyes. I put it right here, down my nose, right here, my cupid's bow, and on my chin.
I always do it like this, just because it gets everywhere. And if I'm looking right here, it's just because my mirrors are there.
And basically what your concealer does is it just brightens up your face. You can also conceal bumps or anything. I don't ever really do that. I just do this to brighten up my face. So I'm just going to blend this out and I'll be right back. Okay, now that that's all blended out, what I normally do is I bake up under my eyes. Basically where I put my concealer. And the powder that I bake with is a translucent powder, which is the Airspin powder. You can get this at Walmart for like $5. You're going to take your flat end of your beauty blender and just tap it into your loose powder and just dab it up under your eyes. Put a little bit on your cupid's bow, on your chin, and on your forehead. And I don't let this sit for long just because I find it looks a little powdery if you do that. So I just let it sit for a minute while I get my other powder and set the rest of my face, and then I wipe it all off at once. And PSA, all the brushes that I use I got from BH Cosmetics. They're extremely cheap and they've lasted me for a while. Really good brushes, so highly recommend buying those. And I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and go into my other powder, which is the Revlon Color Stay Pressed Powder, and this is actually a color. It is 830 Light/medium, and I'm going to try to avoid the rest of the powder that I've already put and get a little bit on the brush and tap it into my foundation, because if you rub it, then I find that it leaves marks in your foundation, so you just want to tap it. Also go down your neck because you want to blend it together. Okay, and taking the same brush, I'm just going to wipe away the powder that I used to bake. Okay, next what I do is bronzer, and I have the Hoola by Benefit bronzer, and I'm using this angle brush, and I'm just going to tap into it a little bit, and I'm going to put it on my cheeks where you would contour, but this just gives you a little bit of color. So I'm going to put this on both sides and on my forehead. Just make sure you blend it out nicely because you don't want any harsh lines on your face. Okay, now that you put it on your cheeks and on your forehead, what I like to do is I take a little bit and I put it up under my lip and kind of on my nose. And I also do it down here on my chin just to give your face a little bit more dimension. Okay. What I always do next is my contour, and I have a contour palette. It's a knockoff palette. You can literally get any contour powder. I do powder. I don't like cream contour just because I find it's really hard to blend out and it always looks cakey on my face, so I always use powder. This is a mess, but I'm going to show you anyways. So basically what I do is I use this lightish powder and then this dark powder, mix them together and contour with it. And basically you're going to put it in the same place that you put your bronzer, but you're just going to do it a little bit more defined this time, so don't blend it out as much, but make sure you don't have any harsh lines. And when you do this, I normally start at the top of my ear and bring it down and stop at about right there. Normally I put some on my forehead, but my forehead's dark enough, so I'm not going to do that. Next is blush. For my blush, I am using this BH Cosmetics. It has a bunch of different colors of eyeshadow in it, but at the bottom it has all these blush colors. I always use this peachy color and then this pink color, mix them together just because it makes a really nice color for summer. So I'm going to take this brush right here. I don't know where I got this, probably Walmart. It's just a little fan brush. And I'm going to tap into these, get the excess off, put it on the apples of your cheeks, and work your way up. But next I'm going to do eyebrows. And for eyebrows, I have this IT Cosmetics brow pencil. It has the spoolie on the end and then the pencil on the other end. And basically what I do is I always spoolie through my brows and then I'll show you what I do after. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I always start at the tail because the tail is what you want to be the darkest. So you'll start at the tail and then I start right here and draw the top line and the bottom line and I fill in from the tail up. And once I get to the top, I feather it because you always want the front to be lighter than the end. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to start right here and very lightly feather it upwards and get lighter and lighter the closer you get to the edge. So the closer you get to right here, the lighter you want it to get because you don't want it to be as dark as everything else, which it kind of is because the camera does not pick it up as well as it does in person, but you want this to be lighter than the rest. And I'm going to do my other eyebrow and I'll be right back. Now I'm going to move into liquid eyeliner. And the liquid eyeliner that I use is by e.l.f. And it has like a little paintbrush, like so. Which makes it really easy to get into the corners of your eyes and then flick them and make it a really point. So basically what I do is I start in the inner corner and go out and then I do my wing. So basically I'm just going to do top liner first and then I'll show you how to do the wing. Okay, so now that you have the liner from the inner corner of your eye to the outside, you're going to want to start on your wing. That's what it'll look like. So basically, I drew this line first, and then I connected it from the outside and drew it in. And now all we're going to do is color it in. Okay, now that this side's done, I'm going to go and do the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that my wings are done, and hopefully they're even, what you're going to do is you're going to curl your lashes. And if you don't have eyelash curler, that's completely fine. I just do it as a preference. You can get them at Walmart, literally any makeup store, doesn't matter. Normally, I get my blow dryer, warm it up before I curl my lashes just because they stay a little longer, but I'm not going to do that today. So I'm just going to curl them and be right back. And they're curled. Now, with mascara, you can use literally any mascara because I know some people probably don't have the mascara that I have. I have 3 different mascaras that I use. I start with this Milk Makeup mascara, and I put that on first. And it's extremely weird applicator. It has like 3 little balls on it. But I always start with this just because it defines my eyelashes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on and be right back.
Now lacing the facial cutie. I like skinny girls with the makeups. Long legs with the bitty bitty butts.
Okay, now that I applied that one layer, I always use this one for my lower lashes too. There we go. Now the next one that I use is by IT Cosmetics, and I use it next just because it has an applicator that is very pokey. Basically, it just gets the clumps out, adds definition, adds length, makes them darker, all that good stuff. So I'm going to apply this and be right back. Okay, after I apply that, I have this other mascara called Voluminous Million Lashes. I got it at Walmart, don't know who it's by. But I use this last just because it gets the rest of the clumps out and just makes them look more natural and less like spider legs. And it also has the applicator that has the pokies on it. So I'm just going to run the wand through it. It has like nothing in it. I'm just going to use the wand. There we go. Last step that I do is I always add my highlighter last. So I have this BH Cosmetics brush, and it's supposed to be a blending brush, but I use it for my highlighter. And the highlighter that I use is by ColourPop. I'm almost out of it actually, and it is the shade Off Tropic, and it's just kind of like a peachy color. And I'm gonna put it on my brush. I use it a lot. I absolutely love highlighter. I love shining to the gods. I want everybody in heaven to be able to see me shining on earth. So I get a bunch, and where you're gonna put this is above your blush right here. You don't ever want to go past right here, and just swirl that around up in there. And also, I like to put it on my Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and up under my eyebrows and my inner corners. Okay. And then I don't use this brush when I do it up here just because it's a little too big. Before I do that, a step I forgot is liner for my upper lash line and my lower lash line, so I'm just going to add that really quickly. There we go. Now my eyes are watering. Okay, I'm going to take this little itty bitty brush by BH Cosmetics and dip into my highlighter. And first I'm going to put it on the bridge of my eyebrows.
So like right here.
Like so. I'm also going to put some in the inner corner of my eyes. Basically what this does is just kind of opens your eyes a little bit, makes them look brighter. Like so. The very last step is lips. I'm going to use my go-to. It's the liquid lipstick by Kat Von D in the shade Bow and Arrow, which is a nude color. It's my absolute favorite. And so basically what I do is I do my bottom lip first, like so. Okay, and then for my top lip, I think I'm running out. I always go for my Cupid's bow, draw an X. Like that. And then just fill it in. Okay, I'm gonna go straighten my hair, put some different clothes on, and then I'll come back and show you what it all looks like tied together. Okay. This is what I do for my daily makeup routine. This is like my go-to. If I go out, you know, this is it. Not that hard, doesn't take that long, you know. I haven't got really used to it, but hopefully this video can help some of you guys with some questions, and maybe the tips I do can help y'all out. I don't know. But yeah, if y'all have any other questions, or if y'all want me to do a makeup video with eyeshadow maybe, then, you know, comment. But like I said before, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.